Do you want to get focused? I'm the Mighty Melanie. I'm a survivor of aphasia and 4 brain surgeries. And the biggest takeaway from here is these brain exercises. So I'm going to share them with you because they really help me be focused. I got so many benefits from these ridiculous games, the problem solving. So I invite you to find playing cards, download the worksheet. The whole point of this is it shows there's psychology behind it, because when you can see your growth, when you write them down, this is how many mistakes, how much time you're doing. And over those 3 weeks, you'll find that the time will be faster, you'll make less mistakes, and you'll find what's really interesting how you felt at the beginning and how you felt at the end, and writing down all these little notes of like, oh my goodness, all of a sudden you're waking up happier, or you could remember them. And I really invite you to write into the comments the things that you noticed after doing these ridiculous games, because I'm going to explain these games to you and they will make no sense at all, and in no way try to make them easier, because I don't know if you've ever exercised before. If you make the exercises easier, you're not going to get the benefits of making them simpler. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to call this Simple Up. And so all we're going to do is all the different suits. We have the 4 suits, and we're going to sort them by the suit. However they come out, you're going to put them up like that, just in piles as I come out. And as we go down, we're just sorting them up, which is super simple. And the more you can think about, the better benefits you get. And so in no way, don't make this easy. You want to do it as hard as you can. You want it as fast as you can with as less mistakes. So if there's speed versus mistake, try not to make mistakes, because think about your employees. Do you want an employee that's fast but makes tons of mistakes, or would you rather it be a little slower and less mistakes? Does that make sense? I don't know if that's good English.
It makes sense, yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry. So we're going to sort them as fast as you can, and then we're going to write down how much time this takes. And these start ones are kind of like your base. So as you're looking at the days, you're writing down what type of your day and the number of mistakes and how much your brain works better. There's a whole lot of psychology that when you're happier, you'll make less mistakes. So talking nice to yourself when you do them. So have a quick look after you do them, find out any mistakes. And you want to write down the time and the number of mistakes that you made. So this is a simple one. So this one is simple down. So that means that however they come down, you put them and you have to remember where is each one. And you don't want to look, you want to sort them down. So however they come down, you have to remember where their sorts, which one they are, and try not to look. So the more that you can hold on to, the more rules that you can hold on as you sort, the better benefits you will get. So as they go down, you put them down and try not to look. And if you forget, just take a moment to remember, and you're going to write down the time. And the more things that you can do at the same time helps as well. So if this is too simple, you can start naming locations. So write down all the cities that you know in Canada and the US, and start saying them down while you're doing them if you want something a little bit harder. And this is your simple, these are baselines? Is that the right word? Baselines?
I think so, yeah.
Doing great.
You were doing awesome.
because the more positive to yourself, the better you're gonna do. So you're gonna look at your goals and how many mistakes, because you have to think, would you rather have oh, see, there's a mistake. And you wanna write them all down, because at the beginning, you wanna compare try this at different types. And the other thing that's great as well is tag in the comment, tell me how you're committed to do this. Are you gonna do this every day or 3 times a week? No, 3 mistakes. So I'm gonna write down 3 mistakes, and I'm gonna put the time, and I'll write down simple down. All right, this next one, we are gonna put hearts up. So what that means is the hearts go up and everything else goes down. So you have to remember the location of all of them. So as we're sorting, we have to do the hearts up, and everything else goes down. In the beginning, we're gonna have these notes, but as we get better, we are not gonna have these notes at the beginning. We're gonna do them, the more rules you're holding on to. Oh, and I forgot which one that is. And so I'm just gonna take a moment and be like, I think it's this one. And if I get it wrong, and apparently I didn't sort these as well, but that's okay. I don't judge it, you just go forward, because you just tell yourself, you're doing great, you're doing awesome. The fact that you guys are actually doing these exercises right now, it tells me that you're one of the top 8%, because only 8% of people follow through. So if you're here doing these exercises, you're my kind of person. So I give you compliments for this. And tag your co-workers and your boss, and let them know that you're doing these exercises, and ask them if they notice. And I'm noticing that I'm making a mistake, that there's no way this pile should be so big, but I'm not gonna judge it. I'm gonna show you all my mistakes so you can laugh and you can be like, well, at least you have better numbers than this brain damage girl who keeps making all the mistakes. And that's okay, because it's all about growth. Oh, and I just put these last 2 in the wrong pile. Okay, so look for your mistakes, and I bet you there's a lot of mistakes here. Yeah, I sorted, change the sorts. Yeah. So you can write this, you can choose I want to make, you can either write down as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can either write down 9 mistakes, or you can write down switch. That's the word. Yeah. Switch. So you can write it down as 9 mistakes or 1 switch. 14 mistakes, because I actually kind of like seeing a lot of mistakes, because later I can see the growth. I mean, like, oh, I used to make 14 mistakes and I just made 2 mistakes, and then you want to celebrate yourself. It also gives you some dopamine, because when you see the growth and you're like, oh my goodness, I made 14 mistakes, and the next time you do it and you make 5 mistakes, you're like, and then you celebrate, it's really wiring your brain into liking this more. The fact that you watch this right to the end, that tells me you're in the top 8% of people that actually follow through, and you're my kind of person. So I'd love you to comment and tag other people and share them, and get other people doing these ridiculous exercises and these crazy benefits that you're gonna see from them.